Hi everyone, welcome to the Whiteleyverse with me, Connor Whiteley, for another daily short story. Now, before I start today's story, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content, and the engagement really helps the Whiteleyverse with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you want to buy this short story and any of my other fiction, then they're available from all major ebook retailers and at your local bookstore and local library if you requested, and you can order paperback copies from Amazon. Now, here's today's short story. I hope you enjoyed just as much as I did writing it.
Killer in Dreams. This was the day her life changed forever. Nurse Lilly Hope coughed as the overwhelming aroma of bleach, oranges, and sweet strawberry assaulted her senses as she went into the little hospital room in the heart of Hell's Place. Lilly admired the dirty white walls, covered in various medical charts, posters, and other infographics that no one actually cared for. Lilly went across the lumpy, sticky floor, almost supergluing her foot to it, with various bodily stains she didn't even want to think about right now. She ran a hand over the cold bed railings, and the hospital bed was perfect for her purpose of ending a life. The elderly man lying on the hospital bed, with the light blue sheets barely covering his dying body, was no one special. He didn't have a wife, a family, or any visitors, so no one was actually going to miss him. He was perfect. Lilly had nursed him, washed and listened to his life stories. He had had such a happy life, and barely any nightmare moments, so Lilly was more than excited about giving him a few nightmarish moments in death. She was so looking forward to seeing the fear, the horror and the twisted confusion on his face as he died. It was a great and powerful experience to kill someone, and that was why Lilly loved being a nurse. All these patients were terminally ill anyway, so it hardly mattered that they were going to die. No one in management, no doctor, and no other staff member cared. They were happy for the spare bed, the extra death, and the new chance of delivering healthcare to someone. Before she killed them too. Hell's Place might have been a strange former council estate where people got murdered, kidnapped, and other weird and twisted things happened every day. Yet it was home and the perfect hunting ground as far as she was concerned. Lilly placed her small black leather medical bag on the bed. The elderly man's eyes flickered open and he grinned at her. Lilly nodded her hellos, and the elderly man simply went back to sleep. It was all he seemed to do these days. He was nothing but a waste of hospital resources, time and money. The hospital would be so much better off spending resources, time and money on the patients with curable diseases and with friends and family members who loved and missed their loved ones. Not like these terminally ill idiots. Lilly opened up her medical bag, grabbed a syringe and double-checked that the clear liquid was still inside. It was, so she grabbed the elderly man's wrist, found a vein and injected him. Lilly went over to his fragile and ugly face. His eyes exploded open, and he tried to scream but he couldn't. His breathing turned rapid. His hands gripped the bed railings. She disconnected the hospital equipment, so no one would be alarmed. The elderly man gasped for air, his eyes glassed over, and his fragile face was a perfect picture of fear, death, and horror, as every single cell in his body felt like it was exploding. Then the man died. Lilly put the syringe away, frowned and just watched as the man's awful face looked so peaceful now. It was a shame the dead's face didn't stay in that position of pure terror for very long. It was the best, most delicious and most entertaining facial expression ever, and yet it never lasted long enough. That was an excellent show, a young man said behind her. Lilly grabbed the syringe, spun round, and a young man gripped her by the throat. Lilly's stomach churned. Sweat rolled down her back and her entire body became hot. The young man smiled at her. Lilly just stared at the insanely fit and handsome man that was probably no older than her at 24 years old. The cute man's long black curls, gothic-like three-piece suit and blood-red eyes made him look striking. The young man squeezed her throat a little more. Lilly clawed at his arms and she couldn't hurt him. "That was very brave of you," he said. "Stupid but brave." Lilly subtly checked the syringe. There was just enough liquid inside. Not enough for a kill, but more than enough to injure the bastard. Lilly slammed the needle into the young man's neck. She injected him and nothing happened. The young man moaned in pleasure, stretched and threw Lilly against a wall. She landed with a thud. She cracked the back of her head on the white wall. Blood leaked from the wound. Lilly felt sick. Her entire body shook. Pain radiated from the back of her head. The young man came over to her. "That brain injury will probably kill you in a few minutes. Stupid idea trying to poison me, and yet, you probably wanted to see the agony on my face." Lilly smiled. She had only killed a few young men over the past 2 years, and whilst young men never had the fear and agony of decades of experience like elderly men, their handsome youthful faces were always cuter when they were drenched in fear. This young man would probably be no different. An intense wave of crippling pain washed over Lilly. She sank to the floor and the overwhelming hints of bleach were way too strong for her. Edward pressed the back of her head. Lilly screamed in agony. She just wanted the pain to stop. "I'll stop," Lilly said. "I'm sorry I killed them. I'll stop. I'll stop. Please just stop the pain. Stop the pain." The young man laughed. "Why would I ever want you to stop? I'm Edward Hales and I enjoy the death, the pain and the torment." Lilly's blood ran icy cold. She stared into the man's blood-red eyes and she wanted to vomit. This actually was Edward Hales, the monstrous landlord from the 1800s who owned the land Hell's Place was built on, and the same twisted mastermind who was behind all the death, the pain and the torment that happened on the estate. It was all his fault. Ever since he had made a demonic pact for eternal life, as long as he kept killing innocent people. Exactly like her. Edward's claws reached into the back of her skull. Lilly screamed as he lashed at her bones and muscles, and her blood gushed out the wound. The awful warm taste of iron filled her mouth from all the vaporized blood in the air. Her blood. "What do you want from me?" Lilly asked, wanting to live. Edward knelt down. "How about you serve me as a demon? You get to live forever. No disease. No aging. No one can stop you killing." Lilly smiled at the great idea. She could always be hunting more people, more victims and seeing more of their fearful faces. She would be unstoppable. "And even better," Edward sighed, "you wouldn't have to use poisons ever again. You can fill their minds with the sweetest dreams then make them live nightmares just before they die." Lilly giggled in delight. That was a brilliant idea. She could make innocent people live the best moments of their lives, then she could twist them into terrifying nightmares to see their beautiful, fearful faces before she killed them. It would be so perfect, so beautiful, and so satisfying. Lilly's vision blackened, her body went weak, and she hoped beyond hope that Edward was going to save her. She was dying, and she had so many people to kill first and so many twisted faces to see. Lilly felt hot blood drip onto the back of her head, seep into her wound and sizzle as it touched her brain. Lilly giggled in delight. Her mind exploded. Her body healed and she could feel Edward's strength infect her. The foul aroma of bleach, oranges and sweet strawberries got even more intense, and the taste of warm iron formed on her tongue. Lilly smiled at the heightened senses. The distant chatter of nurses, doctors and sick patients was delightful. Lilly could even hear their heartbeats. Most were calm, some were fearful and some were terrified. She wanted to see their faces so badly. Edward helped her up. Lilly shook her lord and master off, and Edward grinned. "Kill whoever you want," Edward sighed, "and most importantly, have fun." Edward disappeared in a puff of crimson smoke. Lilly grabbed her medical bag, and she was so looking forward to hunting down her first victim, giving them wonderful dreams and then turning their life into a living nightmare. All so she could see their beautifully fearful face before she killed them. Her new life was going to be so much fun, so joyous and so brilliant that she couldn't wait to start hunting. Not for a single beautiful moment.
Welcome back everyone, it's me again, Connor Whiteley. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's story, because I flat out love writing, creating stories and sharing them with you. If you really enjoyed today's story, then please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content, and the engagement really helps the Whiteleyverse with the YouTube algorithms. And if you want to buy this short story or any of my other fiction, then they're available from all major ebook retailers, and you can get them from your local library if you requested, and you can order the paperback copies from Amazon, your local bookstore or local library if you request it. Lastly, if you want to support the channel on a one-off basis, then you can now buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Connor Whiteley. Also, if you know anyone who would enjoy today's story, then please share it with them. I'm always really grateful when you wonderful people help us spread the word about the channel. So, thanks for watching the Whiteleyverse, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great day, everyone.